Hi there, this is Karen Stever and I'm here with Frank Gryner and we're coming at you from thepublicrecord.com. We have been hosting Stever's Public Playground Project, which is a project where all the community and anybody else who wants to jump on board can help write a song from the ground up. I want to highlight some of the drum submissions that we have here today. The first one I have is from Michael Myros. M2. I like what Michael said in the description part of his submission, because I think this is a really good approach to take with music in general. One of the things he said was, I produced the drums according to my original idea of having a 3-act play. And he says they begin and end at the same place. Each section was designed to build a sense of drama as the piece matures. And then he went on to talk about it, which you can see his description underneath his submission. I like the idea that Michael views drums as a storyteller, and so I think that's very cool that he took that approach. And it's a good reminder that we should be looking at each of our instruments that way. So very cool, Michael. Thank you. Nice. The next person I want to talk about is, and I'm still waiting for an email back from you to tell me how exactly to pronounce your name, but it's Didier or Didier. I'm not exactly sure. Welcome. I laughed when he said he wanted to finish up the other day. He had sent in a bunch of submissions, and then he said, Karen, don't take your gun to shoot me for this underground Rasta root sample hits of Playground. So he's got this kind of reggae thing going on. And I think there's people like DJ and Amdukius and Drone who I'm really getting, they're making me really excited about the idea of having a remix phase for this later on. And so you guys better be on board when we get all these stems together so that you can make those smack. So it's exciting to have people that do that sort of thing on here, on the public record. David Nicholson had a really funny line where he said, the song is bossing me around. So he's incorporating the song is the boss mentality already.
Song's really riding me hard.
Can't get anything else done. I hope you don't get fired for working on it too much or anything, David.
Yeah, this song fired me, guys, so I'm out of here.
So you better use my part, because I got nothing else. I got nothing else going on. So
no, I meant the song fired me.
Oh, fired you.
Song's the boss, right?
Oh, so you're out.
Yeah, I'm out.
We need somebody to mix this record. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Frank, I want to talk to you about something JT Allen had said in his. He said, I streamlined some of the velocity levels as well as a little more mixing and added a little spice to the snare with some ghost hits. Can you talk to us about the benefit of having ghost hits? You know, remember you said on one of the videos about there being quarter note hi-hats, and then you talked about some of the ghosts. Can you talk about just some of the benefit of having those ghosts?
Yeah, well, basically, you know, when you see a real drummer play, they generally don't just hit the beat. They drag their stick a bit on the snare head. It all creates rhythm and it fills in some of the gaps. And I think it's particularly on this song, it really helps create that realism.
Good. Okay.
Don't be scared of the ghosts.
Or the programmed ghouls, as it were. Now, I also want to say there's 4 people who sent me in tons of sample hits. You guys don't understand how valuable those are. When we said the other day about putting hits of your drums at the end of the videos, it's completely invaluable to have these sample hits that Tom S., Max Watts, Space Invaders, and Joseph Bruno, and several others, tons of people sent in sample hits. These are great because if you guys find things to sample around your house, and I don't mean grab it from your sound library at home, I mean if you, and Greg Harvey did it as well, just things around the house that I think Greg had hit his recycle bin with something and a few other things around the house. Those are really invaluable because they give a unique sound that I think is going to be texturally really interesting. So thank you very much for sending those. Mojo, you can check out the other video that's on here where we're using Mojo as our guinea pig.
He's the guinea pig of the day.
Guinea pig of the day.
The other video.
We should have the guinea pig of the day.
And we should cut their face out and put it onto a little
guinea pig head.
Yeah.
Or just have the guinea pig as their whole head.
The whole, you mean the whole guinea pig?
Guinea pig is their head.
Yeah, that will work.
You guys are really good sports, and it's a good way to learn something practical, because I think we hear, I know I've gone onto a lot of forums and stuff and have had a hard time learning things because it didn't have a practical application. So it's really cool that Frank's taking some of your real submissions and doing something with those. It's very cool. I have to talk to Jason Nations. Jason, just pretend nobody else is listening. Frosted mini wheats. Brilliant. Jason, if you guys get a chance to listen to his submission, he had a step-by-step of opening up his frosted mini wheats and crunching them and like...
I wish I had mini wheats right now.
Yeah, Frank might not make it through the rest of the video.
It's one of the things, you know, I mean, you had them as a kid and I just like, I want those
but
now.
But now you know how bad they are for you, and that's part of the...
They're not bad, they're the whole wheat.
Well, eat the side that doesn't have the frost on it, maybe.
There's nothing wrong with frosting. Nobody said that there was anything unhealthy about frosting.
Jesse Miller, Frank and I both agreed that this is how drums should sound. Like, as far as getting a raw drum sample, and Frank, in your experience with recording drums, don't you think Jesse's were like...
Yeah, I thought it was, if you guys who are used to programming drums a lot, we're used to using sounds that sound like the finished.
Right.
When you record drums acoustically, a lot of times it's quite an awakening to hear what those really sound like, and what they sound like when they're done well. And I think Jesse Miller...
as far as raw tone?
Yeah, that's a really good example of how drums should sound when you track them live like that. So really good work there. Yeah,
very cool. And there's tons of other people. I wish we just had the time to just go through every single submission. But what we do want to do today is highlight just a few of them for you that we thought had some exceptional parts. All right?